Welcome to the BMBA Podcast, which airs every Monday at 7 p.m. A podcast where we share all the news, information, updates and events that is happening around the BMBA. If you're a current BMBA participant or a potential one, then this podcast is for you. BMBA Basketball is an exciting new basketball program providing new and innovative concepts and structures for junior basketballers through their training, coaching and games.
Our games are played at the magnificent Stonigan Sports Centre located next door to the Chadstone Shopping Centre. These courts are modern, have great temperature control and have fantastic facilities to host junior basketball matches. Our kids are now enjoying playing at this magnificent venue. On top of that, they are also enjoying the new features and concepts of junior BMBA matches. Features and concepts not seen before in junior matches in Melbourne. These features include a fully timed 60-minute match schedule, where the game clock stops on every whistle. This means there is no wasted time and our juniors get to play every minute of their match. Our juniors are also enjoying playing with a shot clock in each of their games. This provides another unique and exciting aspect to our junior matches.
This podcast will provide parents of our junior boys and girls, or parents of potential participants, with all the information they need to maximize that participation. It will also allow them to ask questions directly to us through the chat function of the podcast. So whether you are a current parent, a potential new parent, a representative from a club, school or another basketball program, we look forward to engaging with you each Monday at 7 p.m.
Yeah, hello. Welcome everyone to the BMBA Podcast. Starting a bit early. The reason I'm starting a bit early is I've had a few issues with my phone today. It hasn't been charging properly in the charging porthole thing where you put your cable in, and basically I've been struggling to get the phone to charge up. And so today I went to get it fixed, and sadly when I went to get it fixed, just trying to get this light right, when I went to get it fixed, we dropped it off. I was told to come back a couple of hours later. I came back a couple of hours later and the phone shop was shut, the repair shop. So, it worked out too well. So, it just has been one of those days. So, I've got, they were shut for the rest of the day. I've been chasing this up for 6 o'clock, for 6 hours, I mean. And I've been going the old school way with emails and ringing from a public phone booth. I haven't done that for about 20 years, I don't think. So I didn't realise you could make public phone calls with for free on mobiles or any Australian number until today. So I found that out today. So don't know how this is coming through. It's a bit fuzzy at my end, so I apologise if it is that way at yours. Nothing would surprise me the way this Monday's gone. So anyway, the mob I've been pursuing about getting my phone back because I need it for tomorrow, and they couldn't even fix it in the end, so I may have to buy a new phone, which is going to be annoying. They're dropping it off back here at 7:25. So I've started this early. I'll make a mention that at 7 o'clock when we get to that. And then what we'll try and do is just get as much of this done by 7:25 as we can. We should be able to get through it all. I've started a good 20 minutes beforehand. So if you're wondering why I'm talking when you get on here at 7 o'clock, that's the reason why. So anyway, welcome to the BMBA Podcast where we talk about everything basketball at the BMBA. We've got a few big announcements to make. We are happy to announce our Term 2 registrations are now open. So if you want to get your kids registered for our training programs, please just go to our BMBA website. The BMBA website, just so you know, I'll put it up here for you. If you're not aware of it, bmba.net.au. So that is our BMBA. I've got to show it. There we go. So if you go to that, and I'll show you exactly where to go to on that. Sorry, guys, I am rushing a bit. I'm a bit out of breath. I had to run down because it's pouring rain at the minute, and I had to run down to the public phone booth just before to arrange it. So that's our website. I'll show you the website. And it's very easy to register. So I'll just share that up now. Make sure you're seeing that. Come on, my internet's a bit slow. So there's the website. And what you can see is under programs. So if you go under programs and you have training programs, if you click on these, Kids First to 10-year-olds, Basketball Plus is for those kids who are looking for an extra training session a week that's above their domestic level. So it's a 90-minute training session with rep standard coaching and training drills. And the IDP is those really keen kids who'd like to do 2 sessions a week. On the Games programs, we have a Games Plus. That's a combination of our Basketball Plus training with the Friday night game. And then our IDP games, which is 2 training nights a week plus the Friday night game. And then we have games and tournaments. We have what we call rep teams, as you can see here. And those rep teams play both at the Dandenong Basketball Association on every Saturday and also in tournaments. Ultimately, we will have our own domestic games on a Saturday, but for now, while we don't, we'll be playing out of Dandenong. So we've got some exciting news on that, but they're all open. And what's even more exciting about that, I'll see if we can get it up on the training programs, Kids First. Yeah, it's all going very slow. Sorry, guys. Here we come, Kids First. And what you're going to see here is, we'll get there. Come on. Sessions. Saturday sessions, we now have, as you will see here, Kids First, 9 o'clock to 10 o'clock at Orong Romanus Rec Centre in Paran. Then 10 o'clock to 11 o'clock and 11 o'clock to 12:30. So we've just got more court access at another venue at Orong Romanus, and which is exciting for us. It just gives us more options and ability to draw more kids in. We'll also be running 2 Basketball Plus sessions there between 9 and 10:30 and 10:30 and 11. So you'll see on your registrations that we now have sessions at Orong Romanus as well. If you're at Stonington and that's where you want to stay, that's fine. It just gives another option. So we've now got Saturday morning sessions happening. So for those who can't do Friday nights, Wednesdays, Saturday afternoons, you've now got Saturday mornings. So, yeah, we're excited about that, and we hope to build the numbers there along with what we're building at Stonington. Now, the other parts that we had to announce, so I'll come back here, stop sharing. Sorry, I commentate my way through when I go to sharing. We had 2 bits of big news for our under-14 rep boys, which we talked about. And you will see here, we played in the Southeast Junior Basketball Tournament. We got put in their domestic division, which we weren't happy about. We would have rather play in their rep division. Hopefully that's coming up. It's still coming up. I'm sorry. It's one of those days. Everything's going so slowly. I do not know why that's not coming up. Bear with me again. My phone's gone missing. It's pouring rain. My website's now not working. Yeah, I've got the internet. Oh, God, here we go. It does this to me every time. Let's confirm your chairs. Chairs. Confirm. Success. This 2-factor verification system is doing my head in. Anyway, let's try that again. And there we go. So, yeah, our boys, here we go, we got it up. They played up against Menien Wolves. I had to look that up. They're actually a rep club from the Gippsland area. We played them the first game. This is a tough old game. We led it really well early. We pressed. We tried a lot of new stuff, our pressing. We're running what we call a run and trap defense, getting our motion and our screen particular happen. And we did it pretty well. We just missed a lot of shots. As you can see in this game, Zachy Chester had a breakout game with 26 points. Lucas Edmond, who is improving with every game, got 9, and they did the bulk of the scoring. So between those two, we got 35 out of our 42 points. We should have had a lot more. As you can see, at halftime, we're well and truly in front, and we just maintained the lead pretty much in the second half. But we missed an awful lot of shots, just an awful lot of shots. We then had our second game, and that was against Border Sports Academy. They're coached by the legendary Bobby Cunningham. So they're a Warrnambool Academy, and the boys were outstanding this game, 59-24, smashed it. 35-point winners, a 26-13. But look at that second half, 33-11. And again, Zachy Chester had a day out, 29 points. Lucas Edmonds again with 9. But what was nice is we got other boys scoring. We had Caden with 4, Tahan with 2, and Elijah with 4. And Georgie Zhang had a big game. He showed how he could play with 11. So the scoring spread was much better, which is what we're looking for. Jackie Sale didn't bother the scorers, but played some great defense. Bill sat this game out because he's coming back from an injury. So the boys smashed it. So we were 2-0 after this. Just want to give the boys a big shout out. I said I'd give them a rap, so bear with us. Then we played Wyndham, which is a rep club from Werribee, and we beat them. Well, look at you can see in the first half, 20-9, and they're a big team. And basically, we did what we did against Menion, and we just held our own in the second half. Again, Zachy Chester, big game, 16. Bill, who came back from his injury, 7. Jackie got on the board this one, 4. George, 4. This is actually great to see. Elijah, 2. Caden, 2. Tan, 4. Everyone scored. So we won it pretty comfortably in the end. We're 11 points up at halftime and cruised in the second. So could have again won by more, but I'm not going to be complaining too much. They were the biggest team we played, and they'd been smashing everyone. So to beat them that comfortably. Then in our last game, we played another. I think these guys are an academy as well, but yeah, they struggled all tournament. And then when they hit us, the boys just got on fire. We did press. We offered the opposition that we would get off the press. They said no. They wanted us to keep running it until halftime. So we obliged. We don't think that was a good idea, 46-10 at halftime. But even when we got off the press in the second half, the boys won it comfortably, 27-6 for a massive 73-16 win. I don't think it helped us in the long run, which I'll explain why. Again, everyone scored pretty much. George Zhang had 14, Jack Jamison 4, Bill Pam had 2, but had some great assists. Tahan Demar had 12, Caden had 4, Zach had 18, and Lucas had an amazing game. Stop. Stay. Yeah, mate. Oh, you got the phone. Thank you. Sorry, guys. My phone finally got delivered yet again. So, yeah, my dog's gone nuts. That was the delivery man delivering my phone at the front door. That's my doorbell's my dog. So, yeah, the boys smashed it. But so we won all 4 of our games in the lead-up. But sadly, I think we got ahead of ourselves because of that last game. So that was the ladder. We were well and truly, as you can see, 4-0, massive percentage. We're doing really well. But then we got to play in the finals. And we played the second team from the other group. And sadly for us, finals. And there it is. We lost this 8 points. It was a tight game. We probably got ahead of ourselves. I probably got ahead of myself as a coach. And while we played pretty well, we got 39 points. Most times that would be a winning margin, especially with the defense we're running. But we let them just score too easily. So we let ourselves down a little bit. But it's something valuable to learn. So Georgie had 5. Jack had 4. Tahan had 11. He played a really good game in the semi. Caden had 4. Zach had 12, strong again. And Lucas had 3. So the boys were amazing. We did really, really well in the tournament. It was just disappointing to end off on such a sad note. But it did deliver something else. So we've been playing in Dandenong, and we've been playing out of our age group. So this is our under-14 rep squad. So we'll go back again. See if we can get back into out of that. Here we go, BMBA. Oh, I've got to get out of that. I'm just going to go back in there, I think. There we go. And we had our last game on the weekend. We've really done it tough this year in the Dandenong, but a lot of it has had to do with us playing out of our age group. Our top age kids were bottom age, and our bottom age kids were technically under 12, so they're bottom age. So they're all staying together next 12 months at Dandenong. And you can see here on the 31st of January, we played the top team in our competition, the Berwick Ballers. They beat us 38-18, but we won the second half. So the scoreline probably doesn't reflect it, but we got belted. But after that, we improved with every game. So you can see there 5 points, 6 points, 7 points in that one, but that was a lot closer than it looked. They only got away us in the end. But then in the end, we played Outlander Outlaws before the tournament. We lost that by 2. And in all these games, we only had 6 players. We were pretty much undermanned, but it gave other players opportunities. And then just after the tournament, we played that top team again who'd beaten us by 20, and we beat them by 3. And again, we had pretty much an even spread. We only had the 6 players. So Zachy Chester had 12, Caden had 7, Taham wasn't there, Bill got 5, Elijah got 3, Jack got 2, and George got 2. They were the only guys that played, those ones that scored. So we spread it around, but the most amazing thing was the boys' defense. They were playing against 3 players that were bigger than our biggest kid, and we held them, down to quite a low score of 28, and they got 5 of those points in the last minute or 2. So we were comfortably up 29-22 at one stage. We nearly threw it away, but we held on for a win, and they hadn't lost to anybody. So great win by the boys, and it gives us some real hope for the future, which is what we're about at the BMBA. So what we want to be doing is improving with every single week. What am I doing here? There we go. And so very proud of those boys. Very proud of what they did in the tournament, very proud how they finished off this season, and really looking forward to our next season at Dandenong. All these boys are doing the BMBA, either the IDP games or the Games Plus. So that's a combination of our training plus our games on the Friday night, and then they represent the association out at Dandenong. So we call them our rep team, which they are. It's not technically the rep ball as you'd normally know it, but the standard at Dandenong is so high, it's a higher level than a lot of rep competitions, and the competition we're going into next year at Dandenong in the A-grade competition will even be higher than that. So we are now at 7 o'clock. So if you're joining me, guys, I've got on early. Just to explain why I've got on early, this thing, my phone, I had to, it's not charging, so I had to try and go get it fixed today. The people that tried to get it fixed told me to come back in a couple of hours. I came back in a couple of hours and the shop was shut. Even though on Google they said it was going to be open at 5:30. I've spent the last 4 hours, because I need this phone for tomorrow, getting this phone back. So, I basically had to crack it. You said you're going to, the Google search said the shop was open to 5:30. I got there at 3:45 and it was shut. So I had to do a lot of phone calls, emails. Even amazingly, I got WhatsApp to work, which I didn't realize you could do on the thing. So the guy, if you watch this whole thing, you'll hear my dog bark, and he finally delivered. He's supposed to deliver at 7:25, but he delivered early. I'm not complaining about that. I'm actually quite happy he's delivered it early, because I'm going to need as much time as I can to try and charge this thing up, because it's not working. So hopefully I can get it to work and get it to charge. We'll see how we go. So that's why if you're coming on, I'm already talking. I hope the quality of this at your end is coming through a lot better. My internet isn't going as well as I would like, and we'll go from there. And another thing I want to share with everyone, a shout out to one of our boys, George Zhang. Bill Pam should get a shout out on this too. Both those boys, they both went to Folkestone. Bill recruited George in. And in our Basketball Plus program, you have to have there's 3 stages of ball handling challenges. And both Bill quite a while ago beat the stage 1 challenge. On the weekend, I thought George was ready to have a go at the stage 1 challenge. And to beat that, they've got to do 25 repeats of 32 drills. And they've got to get that under 30 minutes, which is really a challenge. You've got to really work really hard. And they've got to do it with the correct technique. They can't have their sheet. They've got to have memorized it. They've got to go to start from finish. And they've got to hit 25 pull-up jump shots at the end to be able to beat it. I'm glad to say that not only did George beat it, he beat it with a What the hell's going on here? Sorry, guys. This is strange. Trying to share it and it won't share. There we go. Now I should be able to do it. That's a bit weird. Never done that before. Window. Yeah, we'll see what I can get here. And there he is. We'll give George a bit of a shout out. Let's see if we can get him up. Sorry, guys, bear with me. Technology never works when you want it to. Yeah, no, stop sharing. Oh, my goodness me. George, if you're watching, this is for you. I don't know. Here we go.
Wow, look at this kid go. He's got 2 balls going at once. Incredible speed between the legs and behind the back. Unreal coordination. This is next level ball handling. What a performance.
That is George. We'll replay that. I'm not too sure how much he got it. We'll give him another go. George will love having 2 lots. So he did very, very well.
Wow, look at this kid go. He's got 2 balls going at once. Incredible speed between the legs and behind the back. Unreal coordination. This is next level ball handling. What a performance.
Well done, George. So amazing what you can do with AI these days. Now I've got to stop screening. Oh, okay, I'm back on. Oh, my God, I'm having a rough day. So our 14 boys are doing really well. All these boys, the vast bulk of them, nearly all of them, actually all of them have done at least 2 to 3 terms of Basketball Plus or IDP with me. They're actually all coming together now as a team. They all should do really well next season in their own age group. We're going to be trying for an A-grade competition, which will be challenging because that's the level of Victorian Championship, VJBL 1-2 for rep ball. So it's a very, very high standard, but I think the boys will acquit themselves well. They've been playing against these big bodies this season, so certainly size isn't going to bother them. So the thing you can always turn around is your game knowledge and your skill level, and I think the boys have already achieved that. But it's just an example from what George did on the weekend to how the boys have improved over the tournament, improved over the season. That's exactly the sort of boxes we want to be ticking to make our program work and give some encouragement to those who are just starting out in the program. So that's what we're looking to achieve and trying to get that through. Now, if you're a club who's logged on and are looking at this, on Friday nights, we have an under-12 boys team and an under-14 boys team. They are playing intra-club games at the moment, but we even would be able to get together an under-10 boys team, I think. We would love for other clubs to come down and have some practice games with us and look at helping us to form a competition on a Friday night at Stonington Sports Centre. So not every kid plays rep ball. This is nice and local. All the games are played at Stonington. They're just practice games at the moment. And even when we get our real comp, we've got new structures at it. The kids get a fully timed 60-minute schedule. We have 4 6-minute quarters, but I emphasize that's fully timed. So the clock stops on every single whistle. So the games go for longer. We tried it at 8 minutes and 10 minutes, but what we've come up with is the 4 6-minute quarters fit beautifully when they're fully timed into an hour schedule. So there's no gamesmanship in the last couple of minutes. You can call a timeout. You've got 1 per quarter. You can call it out at any stage of the game. So if there's 2 minutes to go, the clock's not going to keep running. A guy can't sit at the free throw line and do up his shoelaces because the clock stopped. There's no advantage to doing that, which they won't get away. We don't have a point system. The kids just play the game on the night. We develop all through the term, and then if there's enough teams, we will be playing an end-of-term tournament in our last 2 rounds. So that's how we look to construct our comps. That's just some of the simple things. Our bylaws are enforced, so a matchup rule gets enforced. And we're having a bit of fun with it at the moment. If kids shoot a left-hand layup with their right hand, we wave off the basket. We won't do that if you bring your team in. Obviously, that's only for the BMBA kids. But we think we've got a fantastic structure, and we think your kids would love it. So if you've got kids who've missed out on a rep team, they're looking for a second game, maybe they can't play on a Saturday because they have soccer or school sports, then this is the ideal vehicle to get them a game, and just bring them along. They can have a practice game. We've got 2 weeks to go. Get in contact with us. And our under 12s and under 14s will happily take on one of your teams or both your teams. Bring them both down. And we'll get it up and going, have a bit of fun, enjoy the game, show you the new concepts, explain the rules. And, what we want to do is get a minimum of 4 teams to begin with and then expand that out as we go forward. So if you've got kids that are looking for a second game, just looking for a game because they can't play Saturdays or missed out on a rep team and would like to play Friday nights, then this vehicle is the perfect thing for you. So they're the big news. We've got Term 2 registrations up on our website ready to go, bmba.net.au. Look under programs. So if you want, it could be bmba.net.au/programs. So look under that. Hopefully I spelled that right because I didn't have my glasses. Oh, my God, I did it right. Just go to the programs. If you're looking for games, go for the games programs. If you're looking for just training, go for the training programs and just get registered. If you're not sure, send me an email. I'll type that in as well for you. So there's my email. You can shoot me through an email and we can arrange a meeting. Happy to come out to your club and explain it all and get some teams up. We're playing each other every week, which is a lot of fun, but we'd like to play some other clubs as well. If we have to go through and form 4 BMBA teams to the competition, we'll do that. But we'd like to get a bit more variety in the competitions. And, other clubs involved as well. Why not? Mate, if we can get 4 teams, let's get up to 8 teams. All those sorts of things as we go forward. If you're a school, you're welcome to enter teams in our competition. Even more interestingly, we'll come out, or you can send your kids along to our training, and we'll sort them into teams to represent your school. We'll find them a coach. We'll organise uniforms. We'll do all that sort of stuff and form them into teams. You don't have to worry about a thing. All you got to do is promote the competitions, and we'll do the rest. So all they have to do is turn up to our sessions, register for our Games Plus, and away we go. If you want to organise everything and just enter your own school teams, you can do that too. There's no issue from that. I think we put out in the email, if you are a school representative, we would love to get our competitions and training programs promoted in your school newsletter. We've approached every school today. Obviously, we cannot simply afford to be paying every single school a fee for the newsletter. There's about 30, 40 schools. What we can do, though, is we run our own publication. And when I say publication, it is called the Community Forum, and I'll get this up in a tick, .com.au. Okay? Now, I'll give you a look at that. I'll type it in here. It's the You should have a look at this. We, at the moment, we're covering Mentone and Malvern, the Glenferrie Road shopping strip. And if you go to this website, thecommunityforum.com.au, and I'll share that with you in just a tick here. Here it is. Starting to work better now. Thank God. That's our front page. Here we go. So there's the community forum. We see here, we run a whole bunch of articles for businesses. And we also have a bunch of advertising here on the side. So if your school is interested in getting some free advertising in this, out to businesses and well over more members, you can see on here that was a youth festival for the Catholic Church. We did that. St. Patrick's Tennis Club. We just do all these feature articles for businesses, sports clubs, parishes, schools, churches, whole bunch of things. We'd happily do something for your school. If we mainly at the moment do businesses. Now, to advertise in this would cost you as a once-off $200. Okay, what we're saying to your school. So if you look here we do this for businesses, and you'll see down here all these stories. These are all feature articles. For example, let's find one. I'm trying to find one. Amadosa. There we go. Green Goose, a cozy culinary gem in Malvern. So this is a cafe in Malvern, Glenferrie Road. We put an article in there. We do some photos, and we put all that up on there, and we leave some details. What we ask the businesses to do is to shout us a coffee or to support us in business. Now, if your school or even your club, if your school will advertise our programs through your school newsletter, we will advertise your school through this publication. So this, I think, is a really good bargain for a lot of primary schools and secondary schools to raise awareness within the community. So if you're prepared to help us promote juniors in sport, we're prepared to help promote your school to the wider community. So it's a bit of you rub our back, we rub yours. But I actually think the schools would come out of this a lot better. And if you, for example, put this in for over a term each week in your newsletter, we will run your feature article as an ad every week for the corresponding time. So if you do us for 10, if you do our the flyer in your newsletter for 10 weeks, we'll put your feature article in a prominent position for 10 weeks on our website and in our email newsletter. So we have an email newsletter that goes out. That goes out to about 1,000 inboxes, most of those being, most of those being businesses. So it's a great way, for example, one, to raise awareness of your school, but number two, also to, I'm just trying to find it here for you, to maybe if you're doing a fundraiser for your school to raise awareness over that, to maybe, sorry, I'm just trying to find something here, to raise awareness about recruitment for enrollments, all thing, then you'll be well and truly on one. I'm just trying to find. It's got to be here somewhere. Oh, here we go. I'll get you up newsletter that we send out. So on this newsletter, we use it to promote the BMBA. But this email goes out, like I said, it's about 1,000 emails we're up to now. I'll just make sure you're seeing that. Yes, you are. So this is one box. So you open up the email, feature articles for Malvern. So like I said, we're doing Malvern. There's our promos. There's our buy us a coffee. Then we do Mentone. So we got more articles for Mentone businesses. Sports report, what I just went over before, promoting us again. Have your school featured. So we'd happily put your feature in. And for example, Stephen Hall of Real Estate, we feature him. We feature Mancobi Enterprises, which is one of my other businesses for websites and things. And we have a bit of thing there. So we go to businesses in Carlton, Cheltenham, Hyatt, Malvern, Mentone, Ormond, and Sandringham. We've featured businesses from all those areas, and we're going to be doing them again. So it's a great way. It's a great way for you as a school, especially if you're in Stonington, because you can see those areas around the Stonington LGA, to raise awareness, especially if you're a private school, but even if you're a public school. It could be upcoming functions, enrollment drives, whatever you want to advertise. It could be a school fair, anything like that, but it just raises awareness for your school and even your club. So if you want to get involved with us at the BMBA, we'll market your club as well. So something else that we would deliver if you enter teams in our competitions will help market you. So anyway, that's enough for one night. I hope I didn't bore you too much, and I hope this comes across a lot better than what I'm seeing it on my screen at the moment. Don't know whether that phone's in the right place, but had to come from downstairs because I had to wait for that guy at the front door. So to my under 14 boys, well done, boys. I'm looking forward to next season. To everybody else in the BMBA, let's keep at it and let's replicate what they're doing. To any potential clubs, send me an email. Don't give me a phone call yet till I fix my phone. Send me an email. And if you're a school, take advantage of this offer. But we'll benefit, you'll benefit, the kids will benefit. All right. So, that's the BMBA podcast for this week. We'll see you next week, 7 o'clock next week. Apologies if you got this late. All right. Talk soon. Bye for now.